Hello Franz, it's Brett here, and it's time for another low stakes theory, 2 in a row, and this one is actually about the Pokemon games. We're going back to the Pokemon games because my friend Dueleg mentioned something that he found in the Alolan Pokedex, one of his favourite Pokemon, Gible, or more accurately, his favourite Pokemon is Garchomp, but Gible it's in the family, so it all counts. So he was reading the Pokedex entries on Gible in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and it came up that Gible's Pokedex entry states that it comes from a place far warmer than Alola. That's all well and good, but it got me thinking, where exactly can be warmer than Alola? Where could Gible natively come from? Because it states time and time again in its Pokedex that it comes from warm places, that it likes warm places. If you get it, your electric bill will soar because of the heating. But it comes from Sinnoh originally, which is, correct me if I'm wrong, one of the coldest regions. It's got the snowy mountain, it's got all the snow at the top, it's one of the colder regions. Why is it there? We also all know the Pokedex tells lies. I don't think it's a stretch to say the Pokedex is lying this time. I think it's just not telling the entire truth. And I think if we look at every single Pokedex entry for Gible, we may be able to find out where exactly it comes from. We should be able to build a fact around the parts. So let's dive in. Let's dive into Gible's Pokedex entries. Pearl says it used to live in the tropics. That means Alola, right? That's gotta mean Alola. Heart Gold and Soul Silver will talk about it living in horizontal holes, which I think are referred to as caves, and using geothermal heat to stay warm. Now that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And we're going to get back to that word geothermal heat in a minute. The Ultra Moon, it says it lives in a region it says it lives in a home hotter than Alola. I went and did some real life research on this matter. And the average temperature for Hawaii in, I'm going to say a summertime because Alola seems to be perpetually summertime, is 29.4 degrees Celsius. No country in the world has an average temperature that high. So there is no country-based region that could feasibly house a Gible. Now granted, I didn't look at specific states, so the Ore region is still technically on the cards here, because I don't know what the average temperature for... Actually, I'm going to look that up now. The Ore region, I believe, is based on Arizona. The average temperature is just over 30 degrees, which is technically hotter. But I mean, Arizona's not the tropics, for one, and two, does stay much hotter in the Pokedex, and I don't think 1 degree Celsius can count as much hotter. I mean, that's not a lot in my book. So Arizona, the Ore region, a good curveball, but you're out. Let's have another look at that Pokedex entry. It says its home is hotter than Alola. Its original home is hotter than Alola. I think we may be misinterpreting the word home there. I think home is the key word in there. Maybe it doesn't mean like it's home, like region. Maybe it doesn't mean like my home is England, but my home is also this building. So maybe we're going to go much smaller scale, and we're going to look in Alola, because it's the tropics, and the only other vaguely tropical area is Hoenn, but that's based on a segment of Japan, so that's not going to be hotter than... No, I've had a look at the average temperatures. Japan doesn't fare near to Hawaii. So let's have a look at the hottest area we can find in Alola. And also while we're here, let's have a look at way back up in the Heart Gold Soul Silver Pokedex entries. We found the word geothermal. It uses horizontal caves and geothermal heat to keep itself warm. Where in Alola is there geothermal energy? Blush Mountain. Blush Mountain is home to the geothermal power plant. And I think, like, when you look at the rest of Alola, the geothermal power plant doesn't really make sense. The rest of it, so I assume it's quite a recent construction in Alola. So maybe that the Garchomp line is native to, in fact, Blush Mountain, specifically in Alola. It wasn't available all the way around Alola, just specifically underground in Blush Mountain. There was a cave system, very similar to where they're found in Sinnoh, because it's horizontal caves. Once the construction started on the geothermal power plant, they got in their jet plane flight mode, whatever, I don't know what this is. Is this what they look like? Pew! They flew and they migrated away as far away from they could to Sinnoh. Which doesn't really make sense, but then they went underground back again. They burrowed underground to where they were most comfortable. That is why you can only find them in that one segment of Sinnoh. So what do you think? Does this make any sense? I've tried to look at facts and the Pokedex and build something that makes sense. So if you liked this, or if you didn't, leave a comment down below. And while you're there, over in, I believe, this corner is the like and subscribe buttons. I really urge you to press at least one of those, possibly both if you're feeling really nice today. And also in the description is a link to all of my stuff, so my Twitch, my Twitter, my Instagram, Most importantly, there is the Twitch. I am streaming 3 times a week. We're streaming lots of fun games. It's a fun time for everyone. And as we say over there, I'll catch you on the flippity flop and love you bye.